Hi. Um, so I just wanted to make a video to this is kind of a personal update. Um, cause since I made my last video, this thing happened, and so basically, I mean, I've talked about how stuff has been at home and my dad's drinking and all that stuff, and so there was this incident that happened not it's Tuesday now. It was not last Saturday, but the Saturday before that, over a week ago, um, like 10 days or something. And my nephew was here. We were babysitting him because we wanted to have him, like, for the last time. He was supposed to stay overnight, because he's leaving with my sister, his mom, my sister, to Denmark. He was leaving the next Monday, and she's going as an exchange student there, and for 5 months, so she'll be back in like June sometime. And so yeah, he was supposed to stay with us, and then the Sunday after we were gonna have dinner or do something together. Anyway, and so, but it just was all a mess, because my dad was drunk. He was, I don't know what happened exactly. Like, sometimes I just don't even pay attention anymore what's going on with him. But he was like mad at my mom or something, probably for no reason at all. But anyway, so he was like not home for most of the day, and then he came home drunk. And then my nephew had gone asleep. It was like almost midnight or something, and he was asleep. He was in my mom and dad's bedroom in their bed, and dad was gonna go to sleep next to him, but mom didn't want to because he was drunk, obviously. And she actually went in the room and locked herself in with my nephew, and dad just went crazy. He like banged at the door like a crazy person, and I didn't think that he would do that, like, knowing that the little boy was there. Um, but he did. And then after a while, he went downstairs when he realized the mom wasn't going to open up. And then actually my mom came in with my nephew to my room, and then my sister came in. And we were all there, and mom was going to lock the doors, but then dad came in, and he tried to take the keys from mom, and he and he hurt her hand. He didn't hit her or anything, but he hurt her hand, because he's much stronger than her, and she was resisting. She didn't want to give him the keys and stuff. And then I just went, I just stood up to him, and I tried to get him away from mom, and I tried to make him leave, and he I yelled at him to get out and leave because no one wants him anyway, and then he yelled at me to leave. And he was just, I mean, I was so angry at him, but I was so scared at the same time. Like, he was so out of control that I had no idea what he was gonna do. Like, I think, like, for the first time in my life, I was actually afraid that he would hurt me. Like, he's hurt mom before. He's, hit her before, but he's never physically done anything to hurt me or my sisters or stuff. But I was like, he was just so out of control, and I was like trying to get him off mom, and he was like, nah. And I don't know, it was just a scary moment, but I was just so angry at him at the same time. Then eventually he got the keys, and he actually ended up locking us in the room. Me, my mom, my sister, and my nephew. We were all locked in my room, and with just one bed, and obviously we couldn't, like, and we thought that we couldn't get out. There was actually a key there that my mom found later after she had called the police. And the police were there, and we were still locked in the room, and we thought that we couldn't get out, and Dad wasn't answering. We didn't even know if he was still there. But then Mom found keys, and so we got out, and she opened up to the police, and Dad was actually in the garage or something, but the lights were out, so we didn't think that he was even home anymore. And then I was upstairs when this happened with my sister and my nephew, and there was a police officer who was asking us questions and stuff. And so I didn't actually see it, but the police apparently took Dad away in handcuffs and everything, and he ended up staying the night at the police station and in a cell probably or something. And Mom was just like crying when they were taking him away, and then I went downstairs, and my neighbor had come over, and she was like comforting my mom, and there was still some police officer there, and then a friend came over and stuff, and then he was there for a while, and then he left. It was like probably 2 or 3 in the morning, and my sister actually, my nephew had woken up and he couldn't fall asleep right away, so he was like awake for some time, and then maybe around 2 or something, my sister took him to bed, and she kind of fell asleep next to him. But me and my mom, we couldn't sleep. Like I was awake all night, and I went to sleep like at 9 or 10 the next morning, and my sleep kind of went after that, and then when I woke up the next day on the Sunday, we actually decided that we were gonna have dinner, like at least me, my sisters, and my mom, no matter what Dad was gonna do. But my dad just came home and acted as if nothing ever happened, and we didn't talk about it, and we still haven't talked about it. He still hasn't come and apologized for his behavior, and he hasn't come to me at least and talked to me about it. And I mean, it's not the first time that something like this happens, and it's because of him and the way he and his behavior and all that. But yeah, and it's been been really weird here, and then the next Monday, my sister and my nephew went to Denmark, and my other sister moved into her apartment. So right now it's just me and my mom alone with my dad at the house. So it's been really really weird. It's been a really weird situation anyway, and I've barely talked to my dad since it happened, and he hasn't come to me and like apologized or wanted to talk about what happened and stuff, and I haven't wanted to talk to him. I was actually so mad at him, like in the moment right after he left, and his jacket was like on the floor, and I picked it up and I threw it outside on the street, and it was there for like a few hours, but then later I kind of felt guilty about it, and I felt like, what if somebody steals it or something? And I mean, what and then Dad has to buy like a new jacket, and I don't know. So I took it inside. It was still there. I took it inside, but I threw it in the trash, like in the garage or something, and but yeah, I was so mad at him. I still am. Like I still just I don't really want to talk to him or like have anything to do with him right now. But if he comes to me and like wants to talk about it, or especially if he apologizes for his behavior, and especially like, I mean, it was bad enough for me, my sister, and my mom, but for my little nephew who's 2.5 years old to have to go through that, to witness that, because of course, like, even though he doesn't completely understand what's going on, he can sense that something is wrong and not okay. Yeah, I mean, kids can feel that, and it's just, I don't want him to have to grow up and live with, you know what I had to live with and see what I had to see when I was growing up. And it was just horrible, and when my sister, his mom, found out, she was just horrified about it. And but anyway, and I mean, I wanted to go with them to Denmark or move with my other sister in her apartment. Like, I just don't, at least don't want to be around Dad. And he's not gonna leave. He doesn't want to leave. He's still here. Like, I don't even know why he's still here. I mean, I don't get it. But anyway, so that was kind of a setback for me, because I've been working really hard on my recovery and stuff. I've, been in this kind of program, like, since I've been seeing this doctor, or this nurse. Like, I've been, in this program. Like, I have medication, and I have this program. I, go out every day, meet people, meet friends, talk to people, eat healthy, sleep, go to sleep and wake up at the same time, and not sleep during the day and wake up at night, and all that kind of things, and I've been, and just doing all these things, like, just to get my feelings out, and, like, be able to talk about them in a healthy way, and all that. And so this incident and what happened was kind of a setback for me. Like, my sleep went all over the place. I didn't really go out for at least the first few days. I didn't really see my friends for like a week or something, or first few days, and didn't really like talk to people that much or go out. And the worst thing is, actually, I was very proud of myself, because I had been clean of self-harm for about 7 weeks. And I was so proud of myself for that. It's probably like the longest I've been clean. And then I relapsed, like 2 days, it was the Monday, I think, after it happened, Monday last week. I felt the urge to do it right away, but I was able, like, I talked to my mom, and then I did all kinds of things to keep me from doing it, because I really just I literally tried to do everything I could think of to not do it, because I knew that I would be so mad at myself if I would, break that thing. But in the end, I couldn't do it, and I relapsed, and I actually, I cut myself, but I also burnt myself, which I've never actually done before. I just, it's nothing like that serious, but I don't know, I still don't know, though. I didn't get it checked out, but it's not that serious, though. But so I don't think it's infected or anything. But, and then I've been trying to, like, keeping it from healing and stuff, and so that was kind of bad for me. And I was like, I literally just hated myself afterwards, because I was so proud of myself for being like 7 weeks of not self-harming, and then I did it, and I was just so mad at myself. And I know relapse is a part of recovery and all that, but I've been trying so hard to stop, and I know I have to stop. It's not healthy, and I need to learn how to get my feelings out in a healthy way. And so So yeah, it's been kind of hard, but anyway, I'm nothing else really has been going on except it's been I mean I'm feeling a little better now though, and I've kind of got my program back on track, like my sleep is okay and my appetite has gone better, and like I saw my doctor today, and of course I told her all about everything that happened, and then next weekend, Saturday, February 8th, is my birthday, and I'll be 21. And I'm actually, I was gonna like have one day where the family do something together, like at least me, my mom, and my sister, and I think my dad is gonna come too, or I don't know. Anyway, I don't really care, but I'm not gonna tell him that he can't come. But anyway, we're gonna go out to dinner at least or something. And then I'm gonna do something with my friends. But um, yeah, and that's gonna be awesome. So yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much what's been going on. So I'm gonna leave now because this is already too long. Anyway, if you watch this whole thing and if you actually have time and patience to listen to all my crap and what's going on in my life, then thank you very much. And yeah, remember to like and subscribe. Okay, so bye bye and stay strong.